remember about, I don't know, 10 years ago or something like that, when I had so much trouble with my legs.
Yeah.
They haven't been feeling good again lately.
What was causing that then?
I don't know, but it went on for, what, about a year and a half?
Yeah.
Where they just were so weak, and I don't know if you remember, but one time we were at Friendship Hall and my dad wanted to dance, and I just couldn't.
Right, yeah, I remember that.
And I had days where I couldn't even hardly get up the one step going into the house. So I don't really know. I kind of, at that time, blamed it on a lot of stress, because that was during that time when, Adam was into his problems, and it was so stressful. And I mean, I had days during that time and I would never tell him these things, but I couldn't even go to work.
Right.
Because I was so upset and stressed out. But I think that's what I blamed it on. Yeah.
Well, that could be.
But I don't know.
Well, that sounds about right. I've been going through a lot of stress lately too. Or again,
Yeah. Get control over it. Stop being stressed out, because you can't change anything,
Oh, I know.
I mean, there's a lot of things you cannot change, or you can't change them right now, or whatever, and you just have to deal with whatever it is. And I'm taking steps to make some changes, so I feel good about that.
On your birthday, I told you that I was starting to text, but then I didn't want to send it.
All sad.
Yeah. But I still have it, so I'll have to. But it was kind of like that. It was about the whole, just Dad's, memory. I just can't, can't handle like seeing things that he wouldn't agree on. And one of the things is, he would want you to be unhappy with who you're with. He definitely wouldn't want you to be with somebody that, like he was with.
Yeah.
I mean, out of everybody, he'd be like, not this guy. He would want you to be, and he didn't, like leave her and then be with you for all these years just so that you can deal with what he dealt with.
Thing to tell me about your mom. I don't think Daniel's as bad as her, but I think there's similarities.
It's the same, like, family. And I've always known that my mom is off. But now that, I'm learning so much about this line of the psychotherapy, it's just, man, I wish I would have studied on that earlier. She'd been long gone. And I didn't even start reading and looking into this stuff until after she was already living with me. I had heard Dr. Phil give the definition of sociopath one time, and I was like, whoa, that's exactly. And I had joked around about that with Chance and Dusty while they were moving out. But I never had the chance, because I initially started to try to find that episode of Dr. Phil saying that, and that's when I came across all these other YouTube videos and just started watching them while I was looking for the for that video, and just and what causes it makes sense. I mean, it's not like they're born with it. It's basically being overspoiled, which makes total sense with both of them, really. The mama's boy and you know, and like my aunt telling stories of her, because like my aunt can be alone. She loves to be alone, you know, and she's not like my mom. She's, some ways she is, but not in some of those narcissistic, sociopathic ways, you know. And that's one of the big things, is the being alone, because their whole life is a stage, so they
Need an audience.
yeah, and they can't handle
See, Daniel, I mean, I think he's been a loner.
right.
You know, he doesn't like to, he's the opposite of that, where he doesn't like a lot of people around or to engage in like functions.
Right. But he's got to have someone.
Yeah. But I wonder who before him, because according to his sister, there hasn't really been anybody in his life.
Well, whether it's her, whether it's, you know, whenever his mom passed, or somebody, as long as there's someone that he can be on stage for, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And just like a lot of things, just like,
Yeah.
but like the thing that bugs me the most is that they can't be treated because there's nothing wrong with them.
Right.
They are, there's absolutely, you can't even tell them that there's anything wrong, because then it's like,
Yeah, I told him the other day he was mentally ill and sick, and he's like, if you ever say that to me
Yes.
again, you know, and so I said, sicko.
Crazy. My mom hates being called crazy and trashy.
Yeah.
If I call her crazy and trashy, boy, that's just, don't call me crazy again. I'm like, you're certifiable nuts.
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know how you can deal with it, because
My mom.
I can make him get out.
Yeah.
You know, even
Well-
though he's around all the time.
Well, I dare you. I'll do it, you do it.
Oh, I don't know.
The only reason why
it's actually kind of entertaining at times.
sometimes, sure, when I think about my kids though, is the only, you know, and, you know, just that it's all the time, it's
Yeah.
causing me to go 2 days behind for every day that it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes the entertainment, like once it's going, and then it's like, they just talk to themselves and just, I'm just such a no good piece of shit. And the pacing around and the, like the video that's going to be posted next on YouTube, Jagger's got to edit it. I thought that she only said my name one time in the video. Luckily his friend spotted she said my name the second time. It's like a 2.5 minute video. It's really good. But she's like standing in the corner and she's going like this, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And this is all over meatballs, okay? And that's what it's called, all this over meatballs. And she's going like this, and I was like, is that your happy dance? You know, and then she like paces, it's all in the kitchen. I'm just standing by the freezer, and she like paces, and, you know, it's because she had told True that she could use these meatballs, but then like when True had told me, I was like, don't, because she was going to use them, just a few. And that was the whole thing, you know, I'm like, I know, Mom, I know, you already told me, but I'm telling you the reason why she didn't, okay? Well, I'm just saying that I told her, I'm like, you know.
And you can't overtalk them.
No.
I've tried that too. I've tried, yeah, but you said this or that, you know, and but you can't convince them that you said this. This is what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, you know, and still talking. It's like, can you shut up and listen?
No, I can't. They don't want to hear it.